All right, now everybody, I put some snow seal on my boots. These are really old boots, had them a long time, over 20 years now, and the leather has been getting really old and out of condition, and I've been wearing them in the snow and my toes have been soaking wet. And I put that snow seal on them, and I've been working in these all day. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon or something right now. I've been working since about 9 this morning out here in the snow on my wood. And these boots are pretty much dry. That's just the wax on them here now. It discolors the boots. It makes the leather darker, but it keeps your toes dry. So I mean, it's hard to really see much on them. There's a lot of people on the internet. I looked last night after I did it. I've had this can of that stuff since high school, years and years. I think I got it as a stocking stuffer now, but nobody really shows testing them. A few people poured some water on them, but it just rolls right off. I mean, you can see that water maybe there. It does not get wet. So my toes are dry. Now, the boots do get cold when you're walking in the snow, but my socks are dry. So I'll probably put a link in the description on that. I put it on really heavy. You can see it discolored my boots a little bit. I just really put it on heavy, but it's doing the job. So the utilitarian aspect is what it's all about for work boots now. So I got to get going here. I got a load of wood, and it looks like they are straight up out of firewood. So I got 2 ricks of nice wood here. Busy week right now. Had so many phone calls coming in. I'm gonna have a hard time taking care of it all. So here we go now, unloading this wood. All right, I got that wood unloaded, no problem, and we're back on the roads. And I just thought I'd show y'all a nice little pretty stretch of driving roads in Kentucky here on my way to do some more deliveries. We've had a incredibly snowy and cold fall so far. It's not even winter yet, and you can see what we're dealing with here. And we got some cold temperatures coming in down in the single digits here later in the week, and I'm making this video and getting some footage, but I've had so many deliveries. Here's a truckload full of wood here now that I delivered, and I got a trailer load full of wood that I also delivered on a snowy, cold day, and I also have been selling some green wood. So here's a truckload of some rounds that I sold to a nice lady. She bought the green wood. She's got a 26-ton splitter, so she wanted to do her splitting herself, so that's pretty cool. Nice way to make a little extra cash. Now here's something beautiful I saw when I was on the way home from some deliveries. 2 bald eagles in these trees. Now I did a short on these eagles a few weeks ago. Y'all may have seen it. And I just wanted to show you the full size video there in the portrait mode. They were just beautiful animals, and I was stopped in the middle of a road, main road, thoroughfare, filming this out of my car's window. So sorry I didn't get any better footage, but that's what I got. And you can see how treacherous it is here now. Somebody is off the road here, and people do all kinds of crazy stuff in the snow. Gotta be careful. Moving on. All right, now everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's a brisk 5 degrees this morning, registering on the truck. Now the wind chills are in the negative digits somewhere, and the news is telling everybody to stay home and keep the children inside and everything today. You could get the frostbite there. So I'm all bundled up and ready to go, but I needed to come out here and get a few things done today. You can see my wood, it's covered with snow, and sometimes you just got to get out and do the work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got the kiddos and the children and you want to teach them the value of hard work, you can pass it down from one genitalia to the next. So I would recommend get out and do a little work, even when it's tough, because that's the only way you're going to learn. So first thing I want to do is blow some of this snow off, and I'm also a little bit confused because I think some of my tarps have blown away, or somebody has stolen my tarps, because I had 2 more tarps on the other side and they are both gone. And I don't see them anywhere blown around on the wood yard. They would be close by. They had wood all over them waiting down. So let me get going. I'm going to blow this wood off and see if I can find some tarps and maybe even buck a little wood today. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. All right, I got some of that snow cleaned off of there, but I still am a little concerned about what happened to these tarps over here. I don't see any way that could have blown off. I had all of this wood right here covered with another green tarp coming down this side. And I had another green tarp going down this side of that wood right there where that empty section is. And I had wood all over that stuff, weighting it down. I mean, you can see how much wood is on these tarps. It takes a lot of wood to weight down a tarp. So I had wood all over these tarps and they are gone. So I'm not sure which way the wind was blowing, but if they were out in there, I would certainly see some green somewhere. I mean, I don't think they would have blown clear across the whole field. So I'm sure they'll probably turn up as soon as the snow is gone. They'll be tangled up in the bushes somewhere over here or something. I'm gonna get on to bucking a little wood today. Maybe this little piece of wood right here, maybe some of this cherry, get it out of the way over here. All right now, everybody, we're gonna do a little cutting here. It's too cold for the camera. I think it just shut off a minute ago, so I'm gonna buck up these pieces of cherry wood. Now, we worked on this wood earlier in the season and it just came down to rotten wet crap. I'm gonna go ahead and buck this crap up and get it out of the way. That way the tree service can dump some more wood in here. Try to clean this area out a little bit. It shouldn't take but 15 or 20 minutes. Oops, sorry, 15 or 20 minutes to buck this wood. So here we go. All right now, there's all that cherry. It's got a little rod in it, but I want to go ahead and save that for next year. Knock that rod off and just kind of work around it there. You know what I'm saying? It'll be some good burning wood next year. I like having that cherry wood. Whew. I'm a little bit out of breath now, but I figured out what happened with one of these tarps. This one just folded over on me, so that one's still here. See, there's the green one on the other side. So that just blew up and flipped around and went on the other side there, which means that that one probably also blew up over the top, somewhere over to the left there. And I went walking over there and I can't find anything. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm all covered up with my North Face head covering today. So I wasn't able to find it. It probably blew pretty far away. Maybe when the snow melts, I'll find it. So anyways, the next thing I want to do is buck up this wood here. Now, I'm not sure what that is. It might be sweet gum. I'm not real sure. But anyways, whatever the hell it is, you know me, it will burn. Let's buck it up and get it going here now. All right, I also want to mention that I'm still testing the snow seal on the boots in this video. And my feet are bone dry, but my toes are a little cold. I put some real thick cotton socks on, but the boots are bone dry, so it's a big improvement. I was coming home and they were soaking wet. Now I've been wearing this about 2 weeks out here doing this kind of work. So the wax, it may wear off after a month or so, but that's not too big of a deal. You can reapply the wax. I did have some, like right along where that seam is, it's kind of separating, and I just packed a bunch of wax down in that hole now, and it's doing a great job at keeping the water coming in. So you can see that seam right there is a little separated. I just put a bunch of wax on that. And my feet are still bone dry, so I can give you another report on the snow seal in a month or two and see how it's holding up. I may have to retreat them. I'm not real sure about that. I'm just giving y'all an honest review. It's been about 2 weeks of this kind of work. So let's get on this wood now. All right, everybody, I'm going to buck up this little piece of pine crap here, get a little pine in the system. I wanted to do some more, but it's just, it's kind of hard to get to. This is a nice little log right here for bucking. That other piece of pine is down there behind all of that garbage down in there. I just don't feel like hauling that out of there right now. I can't get too close to it. So this one's going to have to do for today. Not a bad little piece of wood. We'll add that to the collection. That'll dry out real fast. Now, I'm not going to record this wood, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. We'll check in later. All right, everybody, here's all that wood I got bucked up. A little pile of pine and some cherry and some other piece of crap. Not real sure. Maybe I'll be able to tell when it dries out some and I can smell it and split it and see what the grain looks like there. Gonna dry out fine, though. All that snow's on there. It was like rolling a snowball, you know what I mean? Like a snowball rolling downhill, just collecting that snow. So I'm out of here today. It's cold. See y'all later.